An important aspect of being able to manipulate the data sets in this class is being able to get the data sets. So we're going to be using what's called an API. We're going to be querying an API, so basically just querying the Federal Reserve's servers to get these data sets, macroeconomic data from the last 50, 60, 70 years. And so in this tutorial I'm going to kind of talk about how you first install the Fredapi Python object on your computer, and then second of all, how to use that actually in Jupyter Notebooks. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this code here in a second, but first of all, just go down in your search bar and type in Anaconda prompt on find the program in your computer. Click on it, and then it should come up with something that looks a lot like a command prompt or command line, and then just type in this command, pip install Fredapi, and then run it, and it should install the Python Fredapi package on your computer. At that point, once it's installed and ready to go, the way that you access the Fredapi is, first of all, you're going to need to get an API key. So just type in your search bar Fredapi key, and you should end up with a page like this. It will require you to create an account. Just create a student account through the Federal Reserve, and then request an API key. Once you get the API key, the syntax to get you started is going to look like this. So from the Fredapi object, import this, Fred. So it's the syntax that we're going to be using when we access the Fredapi. And so to get in, we need to use the API key. So we'll go API underscore key equals our API key in quotation marks. And then we can access the data series. So this one, GDP, I can call it whatever I want. This is just defining a variable, and the variable equals this command, which will get the data series GDP C96. So you see in all of your data assignments you'll be asked to download a certain data series. This is just the syntax to be able to do it. So whatever the name of that data series is, just place it in right here, and it's the same command defined as whatever variable it is that you decide to define it as, and then you can use that variable later in your code. Now, the perk of doing this as compared to downloading a CSV file straight from the Fred is that these will be automatically downloaded as data frames, which is important for us to be able to manipulate them with the pandas and numpy libraries. So this is the preferred way to do it. There are other ways to do it, but this is just the simplest.